Good evening, my lovely students. Welcome back to your English grammar class. So, today we are going to learn how to write a letter. So, all of us need to write letters to people for some reason or the other. Why do we need to write a letter? We have some reasons to write letters. Okay, so letters can be informal when addressed to family members or friends. When writing to the principal of your school, the letter becomes formal. To officials and other authorities also, the letters are written in a formal mode. So, my dear students, we have two types of letters. Number one, informal letter, and number two, formal letter. What do we mean by informal letter? So, whenever we write letters to our family members or our friends, then it is called informal letter. On the other hand, when we write letter to the principal of the school or officials and other authorities, the letter is called formal letter. So, we should keep the following points in our mind while writing letters. Okay, all letters have headings. Both the letters will have headings. In informal letters, it is the address of the sender followed by the date. The one who is writing the letter, he will start his letter with his address. Okay. First of all, sender's address will be written, followed by the date. On the other hand, in formal letters, it has the address of the sender, the date, and the receiver's address. Here, we will start a letter with address of the sender. For example, if we are writing formal letter, then we will start writing with our address, then date, then receiver's address. To whom we are writing a letter, we will write their address. Okay. After that, we will put salutation. For example, dear XYZ, dear Mr. ABC, or if we are writing formal, then we will write sir, madam. Okay. After that, subject. In the case of a formal letter, the subject states the purpose of the letter. So, when we are writing formal letter, subject describes the purpose of the letter. Now, the most important part of the letter, body of the letter or contents. It means whatever we want to share the information, that will be written in this part, and this is called body of the letter or contents. Finally, we move to the subscription. In the case of a formal letter, the subscription is followed by the name and surname and signature. What do you mean by subscription? That it is followed by the name and surname and signature. In case of an informal letter, it is followed by the name. But when we are writing informal letter, then it will be followed by the name only. Okay. Now, forms of address. In friendly social letters to close friends and relations, you can prefix the name with dear, my dear, dearest, etc. But if you are writing to someone older than you, use a respectful prefix like Mr., Mrs., Shri, etc. So, I hope everybody knows that when we are writing to our friends or relations, then we will use prefix like dear, my dear, or dearest. Okay, but when we are going to write official letter, then we will use respectful prefix like Mr., Mrs., Shri, etc. Okay, now to conclude, use yours affectionately, your affectionate friend, brother or son, or yours sincerely to friends. For letters that begin with Dear Mr., close with yours truly or faithfully. So whenever we are writing informal letter, then we will end with yours affectionately or your loving friend. But in formal letters, when we are writing formal letter, then we will end with yours truly or faithfully. Okay, and one important point to remember, that Y is always capital in yours. Okay, and there is no apostrophe before S. You will not write yours like this, it will be wrong. Okay, you have to write like yours, it will be correct. So these are the important points to write a letter. I hope you all understood this topic. Till then, bye bye, take care.